In this tutorial, we're talking about an exercise for lordosis. Now, the exercise we're going to do is down on both knees. Now, we're not going to be worrying too much about lifting weights or making it metabolically hard and feel the burn or anything. It's very much about getting the position right and getting the position of the pelvis. So that's the main part that we're going to be focusing on. What I'm going to do is talk about some of the benefits and some of the limitations of the exercise and how it works with others, or how others can work together with it, and then we'll talk about the exercise. In a previous tutorial about exercise for lordosis, I've talked about an exercise where we go down onto one knee and the fact that that builds the stability of the hip, so the static stability of the hip. It also helps you reposition the pelvis, and it helps you activate the glutes. Now, one thing I mentioned there is there's a bit of a trade-off with regards to it's easier to position the pelvis, but it's harder to activate the glutes. Now, when we go down onto two knees, it's the flip. So it's easier to activate the glutes, but it's a little bit harder to position the pelvis. Now, it doesn't necessarily work on the stability of the hip because we aren't on one knee. Because we're down on two knees, that posture and that position makes it more inherently stable. So what we're focusing now on is activating the glutes. So that's our main focus. We aren't necessarily talking too much about the position of the pelvis. In that past tutorial as well, I talked about when we can lie down, that's then very easy to position the pelvis, and as we come up, it makes it that little bit harder. So what we're going to be focusing on now, as I mentioned, is the activation of the glutes. Now, hopefully, if you've been doing the right stretches, if you've been using that half kneeling position when you're down on one knee, you may have created a bit more space down the front of the hip. So when we come onto this one, it's a little bit easier to position the hips. But the main focus is the activation of the glutes. So this is why we would use these exercises together, because where they work on the same things, you've got that checks and balance where they flip in how they work and how they can benefit you. But if you do both together, you get both the benefits with all of that. But you're just doing it across two exercises. The exercise itself is very simple because all we're doing, we're coming down onto two knees. Now, what we want to be able to do is give us a good base of support so we come wide on the knees. Now, this is where it can be, because we haven't got the knees and the ankles that are able to move us, so we can't compensate down here. It puts all the focus on the hips and the range of movement and the tightness that you have around the hips. So when you come down onto the knees, that could well be the first thing that you find. So what we want to be able to do, if I come onto the side, again, we're in that sort of lordotic posture, the bum's sticking out, we've got a big curve here. What we want to be able to do is position the pelvis. Now, it's a case of pushing the hips forward and activating the glutes. Now, what you might find is you get lots of tightness coming down the front here, which is potentially going to be wanting to pull you into this position. Or you may even compensate by rounding here to loosen it off a little bit. But these are the things that we need to manage. So we need to activate the glutes, get those active, get yourself focused on, are they working and are they able to hold my pelvis in position? The second thing that you want to focus on is the knee, the hip and the shoulder position. So we want to try and avoid this type of position, and we want to be here. We don't want to be here, and we don't want to be here. We want a nice straight line all the way up through. So we're holding the position of the pelvis, fixing the glutes in position. You can also fix the abdominals in position, so we're bracing around the abdominals as well, and then we're just holding that position. And then if you've watched the half kneeling tutorial, there are lots of exercises that you can do around it. You can do sort of pulling, pushing exercises, lifting exercises, so on and so forth. The same goes for this. There are other things that you can do. But at the moment, this isn't our focus. Our focus is to be able to come into this position with a proper position of the pelvis and active glutes and staying in that upright posture. So it could just be for now, just think about coming into the position and holding yourself, and just think about how hard that potentially is whilst you're doing it. Because for some people, just getting into the position is a let's just say like a mental workout. There's a lot of mental energy going into holding that position. If you've got mirrors to the side of you, then that can help as well. But it's very much about just being able to get into the position. What I'm going to talk about next is, let's just say like a precursor to being able to go into that position, and something you can use to recognize that position and how it works. The easier exercise that I'm going to show you now is in the lead down position. Now we're going to mimic the upright position in so much we're going to have the knees bent, but we're going to be lying down. Now the reason that this is a precursor is because when we lie down, certain muscles will relax. When we come to the upright position, certain muscles will activate because our body wants to be upright, so muscles will activate to keep us there. But when we are laid down on the floor, muscles aren't activating because they aren't worried about falling down because we're already down, if that makes sense. So what we're going to do, we're going to come down into this position. Now I'm just going to be on the edge of the mat because I only need my shoulders on there. And then we do exactly the same. So the knees give us a good base of support, so we have those wide. We lie down. What we can then do is position the pelvis where we want it because we've got slack through the hips. And then we engage the abdominals. And then as we come up, we can squeeze the hips. And again, we can manage how the hips move or want to move, and we can hold that position. So we can use that mental energy, which won't be as much in this position, to come up and position the pelvis by activating the glutes. What we can then do, once we've got used to that position, and we come onto two knees, we can then start to use what we've learned down here and transfer it into this top position here. And then that will make it a little bit easier to be able to do this exercise. Just to quickly summarise what we've talked about today, we have been talking about an exercise for lordosis, and we've been talking about being down on two knees. Now what this exercise is doing, when we talked about when we were on one knee, we had stability of the hip, we were able to position the pelvis and activate the glutes. When we come down onto two knees, we flip the positioning of the pelvis, becomes a little bit harder, but the activation becomes a little bit easier. So we've got a check and we've got a balance with those two exercises. So if we use the half kneeling and the kneeling exercises together, we get good activation of the hips and we get better position of the pelvis. So we want to be able to use those two exercises together to be able to get the most from them. The final thing is when we come up into the, let's just say the tall kneeling position, muscles activate and it becomes a little bit harder to hold the position because muscles are activating to try and keep us upright. So we can use a precursor, which is lying down on the mat and then getting that position first, learning it and then transferring the skills from when we led down up into the tall kneeling to then be able to position the hips where we want them and get the glutes active as well. So hopefully this tutorial has been helpful. Hopefully it's given you some new ideas and some new ways to take your exercises for lordosis. My name is Chris from Chris Training. I will speak to you in the next tutorial.